Hello, everybody. Welcome to Know Your Money. I'm Bronwyn Wayner.
And I'm Craig Finch, and we are from Growth Financial Planning. We hope you enjoy our podcast.
Hello, everybody. Bron, nice to see you. And we had a chat this week about credit card spending. And it probably highlights when you've come back from a holiday or a break and you went away and your credit card burnt a hole in your pocket. Mm-hmm. And you're out of town and you just spent a lot more than you should have. You might not have had discipline when you're away. You're more tempted to spend. You came back end of the month. Oh my goodness, you get your statement and your credit card is sky high. Now, what do? Do you panic? Pay it off straight away? What do you do? I mean, so we were just discussing how after a nice holiday or a nice breakaway, no matter when it is, you may have overextended on the credit card, and then what do you do from now? What do you suggest? Because you've been very good with your pockets and versions of yourself and how you control that. So I've come back and I've spent too much. Now what?
Okay. And it's such a good question. I actually have quite a few clients that come in. And I think this is really where that psychology of money plays a big part. Because when you open your bank accounts and you look at your credit card, what you've spent is a big red mark. It's got a negative, it's got red numbers, and then you can see this other little number of what's available. So let's say your limit's 10,000, all you have left is 1,000, and you see this hectic negative 9,000. That is playing on your emotions and you being able to regulate yourself. Now, as a spender, and you're also a spender, my credit card will always show me that red number because I enjoy spending, but what I've learned is to put a boundary in place. And how I've done that is, instead of it being the 10,000 availability, because I just feel whatever that availability is, if you don't have that saving nature, it will always, exactly.
Terrible, yeah. It always fills in that hole.
Yes.
No matter what number it is.
Yes.
Scary, eh?
Absolutely, until you've really worked on that enough. But I think the level of work that needs is a lot deeper than this solution. So for myself and a lot of my clients, they come to me and they show me what that number is. And then they're getting a bonus or they're getting something. And what people tend to do is they put that bonus in and now it's 11 and it's a nice little positive 1,000 number.
Another target.
Yes. 3 months later, we're back in that same position.
So true.
So my suggestion is, yes, pay it off, however that works for you. If you do get a bonus, put it in, make it 0. If you need to pay it off monthly. But the biggest suggestion is reduce that amount. Now, when I say that, people kind of panic because what if I need that 9,000 Rand?
You mean reduce the limit?
Yes.
The whole?
Yes.
Okay.
So a limit that generally works is whatever that is, a third, reduce it down by. So let's say it was on that 10. Try reduce it down to a third. You don't have to do that straight away. You can phone your bank and say, please take off an extra 500 Rand of my credit card, and then whatever they take off, you reduce it by 500 that month. So next month it would be 8,500 that you'd have available. And you just get it down to that limit that sort of feels okay.
So the credit card companies will do that. You ring them and say, reduce that limit, which is, for what we can see, it's a hole or it's a target. So you just reduce that. Doesn't affect you in any way, your credit score or anything like that?
No, so that is the thing. We kind of need to have a credit card because you've got to be spending on there and showing that. But it doesn't matter what your limit is. It just matters that you spend on it.
And you pay it off.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what we do. So we transfer our funds into the credit card and spend on the credit card every single month, but the limit is reduced. And then my suggestion is, let's say, for example, you are reducing it now and you wanted to reduce it by 1,000 Rand a month. Instead of reducing it by 1,000 Rand, reduce it by 500 and create your own credit card bucket. So that if you needed that full 9, you've got your own money that you can go lend from to put into your credit card to make up for those different
So do you
things
put
that may
that in
come up.
another envelope or bucket as
Yes.
so you fill that with money, not with credit.
Yes, because it's the same thing, except this way it's yours and you're actually earning the interest.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, originally when I started that, I had 22 different accounts because I had to have one for gifts, for clothing, for this, for that, because I needed a bit more discipline. But now I'm at a point where I have a giving bucket, a keeping bucket, a saving bucket. So for holidays and things that happen within the year, I've got finances in my bank account for that. For keeping for the rest of the month, I've got some money in there. For giving, buying gifts, doing things for the children, I've got things in there. And that's almost like layer one. Your bank account needs to have these different buckets and layers. And then you've got to go to your investments, which is saving through, a provider towards 5-year term goals or shorter term goals and retirement. So I think it's really looking at it holistically.
Yeah.
But if you can start with that reducing of the credit card, it's really first prize. And your thoughts on credit cards and how to pay it or what to do?
It just seems exactly whatever the limit is, it gets filled up, no matter what it is.
Overdrafts too.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. It's almost like there's a bad vibe around those things because my view is don't have a credit card, but I hear that what you said, you need some credit score to enable you to have a good banking record as well. But it's almost, if you didn't need a credit card, it would be a far better way of not having it.
But I think always have one. Make it 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
Make your overdraft 1,000 rand and your credit card 1,000 rand, and that's it.
The problem is that, sorry to interrupt, the problem is 1,000, you pay it off nicely, they give you 1.5 next month. You know what I mean? They keep on enticing you into this debt and that hole gets filled. So it's your discipline to go back and say, no, leave it at 1,000 rand.
And that's also where I think, it's so vital that you have a financial planner or you have a coach, someone to keep you accountable, someone that you go and check in 3 months, in 6 months. Have you done that? Because if you are doing something on your own, it is very easy.
Yeah.
If, your partner keeps buying chocolates and putting it in the cupboard, you're going to go eat the chocolates. But if you can put that boundary in place, you won't do that.
Yeah, and it's the same as mortgage as well, the bonds. Your investments, you get enticed to put away more every month. Your debit order, every year it'll go up by 10%. That's compounding, that's more money for you in the future. You don't get encouraged by the banks to increase your home loan by 10% every year, because that'll reduce the number of years you pay dramatically. Yeah, and if you got enticed not to increase your credit card limit, you won't be in this debt situation. But the banks have got a different business model. They want you to get into debt. We say, no, don't do that. Be more disciplined and get out of debt. And that's a very good way of doing it.
And the thing is, money needs to flow somewhere. It's either going to flow and be spent or it's going to flow and be saved. So if someone gets a bonus, you kind of spend that bonus. You either spend it on saving into your RA, saving into your savings, or spending it. It's still a form of spending.
Yes, yeah.
And the same works with the credit card money that comes in, because you are seeing that as an available thing to use, and you will use it if you aren't able to keep that as your emergency fund. Then you just need to understand you need a different form of emergency
correct
fund.
So my advice that you've given me today that I hear is ring the bank, reduce that limit, put some of the money into a separate account that's your money that you can access as though it's your own credit card, and don't be tempted to go further. Try every month, pay your credit card off. Spend on it because it's convenient, but when the statement comes, you settle it, and that you'll always stand in good stead, and your credit rating will be excellent.
And I think you can automate that. So you can phone up your bank and you can say, please automatically reduce my credit card limit by 500 rand a month. Because if you have to phone in every month, you're going to do it this month and you're not going to keep doing it. But if you do get a bonus, try settle that straight away, but don't settle the total. Like, let's say the total's 10 and you've got 10.
10, yeah.
Rather settle it by 5 and reduce it to 5,000 and put the 5 in
Yes.
a separate bucket.
Okay.
So that you can go and use that, and then that 5 that's there, you can tell them, reduce it by 100 Rand a month,
Yes.
reduce it by 50 Rand, 500 Rand, whatever works, because you won't actually feel it, and then it will be at that right amount.
And you can also tell the bank that whatever the outstanding amount is, that must be settled, so that it's a clean card every month. You can do that as well.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, and just reach out if you have more questions on that, or pop us a message in the chat.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed this podcast, would like to subscribe, please visit our website, www.growthfp.co.za. The information we have provided in this podcast is our personal opinion. For more detailed information, please discuss your financial situation with a financial planner.